Hi, guys. It's me. It's time for second episode of Heavensward thing. Nothing super crazy gonna happen today. We are just going to be doing some unlocking. We've got 2 classes to unlock, but we also have the summer event, Moonfire Fair to do. I should also let you know that I have been leveling Astrologian in the time since we last spoke. It is currently level 41, so we are on track to have it be 50 soon. Though I don't know necessarily if it will be, if other classes will be 50 in time for similar streams. So we may have to level some of those on stream, which will slow things down a little bit, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. As you can see, Ruja is not very well dressed for this. Somebody told her they were going to the beach, but she assumed that they were going to meet her in Ishgard. So she didn't pack a change of clothes. Oh well. Hang on, let me switch to the right fucking thing. Uh-oh. My little stupid thingy isn't the right. It's buh. Buh's not correct. Give me a moment. I have to get back into the habit of changing this back to the... There we go. Excellent. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch over to this as well. And so what we're actually going to do is, instead of starting with the summer event like you might expect, we are actually going to go pick up Dark Knight first, and then we are going to do the summer event. The reason for that is the summer event is a level 30 quest, and I'm just min-maxing the amount of XP that I get on that. So we're gonna go do that, and we're gonna do it in a swimsuit too, because I don't know, that's funny, I guess. And we want to go to the Tribunal. Hello! After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. What are you talking about? First of all, what the fuck are you wearing? And second of all, you didn't see that trial earlier? Ah, your loss. Fury, take me. The way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. Couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to, the blade was so big. Had to keep 2 hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that Temple Knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the 7th hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say, "He must be a dark knight." But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details? Yes. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. Okay. Our end. The people of Ishgard are in high spirits, for another heretic has answered for his crimes. So, as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body. But when it began to rise up and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. Halone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that Temple Knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. It was like Evo moment 38. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those... Well, it matters not. I heard the Temple Knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, he'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It'll be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. Cool. Well, let's go find a corpse. Sounds good to me. Oh no, we gotta go up this way. Good try, kid. Oh. Hi. That's more than enough. That's more than far enough for charity. I'll take care of the rest. Mayhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. How'd they keep the sword strapped to his back like that? It's pretty impressive. Maybe I should steal this guy's armor. I really don't have a change of clothes, and I'm not well dressed for this environment. Funny rock? Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No more. No more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Ruja! Ruja! Oh! You're alive? I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. I mean, I kind of thought you were a corpse. Name's Frey, by the way, and no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. Yeah, it said shit to me and doused me in shadows or something. A voice, eh? A rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you, before you get carried away. It's called puberty. There's a darkness within us all, called puberty. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, and well, it might hurt. So go ahead, ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Okay, sure. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no needs of shields, figurative or literal. What a nice young armored person. It's true! Here, my blade is your blade, and my soul crystal your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. Alright, so Soul the Dark Knight. Upon the surface of this multi-aspected crystal are carved the myriad deeds of Dark Knights from eras past. Dark Knight unlocked. Hooray! Alright, let's go ahead and switch to the pre-made set that I have for this. The toadskin jacket appears to be better. I'm guessing this is probably... Oh, nope. Item comparison. Yeah, it's better. Alright, Siren Suffers is this one. Now, normally... I actually can't put that on. So, we'll, let's see. Well, we'll put my hat on first, for sure. But I don't really have a set of armor that actually will work for this, other than this. So, I guess we'll do that then. Just for now. Also, apparently I don't have any better gloves than the fucking Ectal wrist gloves, so that's a little concerning. Alright, let me get my bar set up and then we will continue. That goes there, this goes there, that goes there, that goes... there. That goes there, this goes there. Goes there. Excellent. Alright, off we go. Ishgardian Justice. Frey is ready to teach you. You need only ask. Well, well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right. Now, bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at a cost. That is but one sacrifice, though, and justice demands many. Say a man, venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the hoplon, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced upon by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer their fears and became who they wanted to be. And who I want to be is the person who kills that guy in chat. Piop, if you're here, would you mind killing them, please? And thank you. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Okay. Sorry, just a sec. How do we do this? There we go. Okay. There's Frey. Here we are. Go and ask her what's wrong.
Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter.
Have a nice fall, you stupid bot.
I didn't see him standing there, and I know that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the temple knight, and I tried to stop her, I did, but then he said she had to come with him. And if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would...
He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after...
No, there must be another way.
Ishgardian justice. They might spare the girl, you know, leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Okay, sounds good. I knew you would. Everything is gonna be alright, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again.
Oh, thank you, thank you! Please bring her back to me.
Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley, they'd taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well... So, that leaves the tribunal. If the girl is still alive, I imagine they'll make all manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies, and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her. We're here for you. Once they understand that she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. Alright, let's go do it. Oh, there he is. Hey, bud. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your dark side to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of our soul makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, Rusha, the first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah, yeah, I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. Search the area between here and the tribunal for the knights. I'll be right behind you. What he means by that is you might run out of mana. You will be consumed by running out of mana.
Oh, who are you? Another highborn arse?
Hello, sir. I'm here to kill you. My name is Gohan.
Damn it, girl. You're only making it worse for yourself.
The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong.
Why are the pretty ones always so daft?
If I had a gill for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you...
What the? Are you threatening a temple knight?
Oh, you're very clever. Yeah, I am, actually. Now let her go.
Enough of this. With me, girl, now. One more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother into a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile.
Just go after Frey, man, not me. I didn't do anything. Surrender or die. Oh, I should turn my tank stance on. Funny, I was about to say the same thing. Show them no mercy, Ruja. I did it. I killed them. Actually, no, they're fine.
Bring everyone! She's gone mad!
You guys, you could have used the Aetheryte. It was right there. Reinforcements, eh? Well, looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes. You see, Ruja? The flames beckon. Immerse yourself in the flames and ignite the darkness within. Okay. Just so. As it burns hotter, so too does your strength swell. But drink not too deep, lest the flames consume you. Like that. You fool! You let the flames consume you. Don't do that. Draw upon your dark side and drive the foes before you. My pain manifests into a new flame of darkness. Hey, we've all been there, you know? We'll get another one. Bonk. Hi. How are you guys? Ah, fuck! I'll be okay. I just wanted to say hi. Alright, now I need to be sure, or careful, rather, not to go close to that one, because it will explode. But now I can pick it up. Okay, man, fuck you, come on. Now where the fuck are we going? Up this way, I guess. This is, I would say, the introduction of one of the things that Heavensward loves to do, which is these little, like, duties that take place in the area you're actually in. Which is, it's certainly something, that's for sure. It's cool having duties that take up such a big area. Some of them I think are better than others, but a sliver, not too much. Okay, that one spawned on top of me, Frey. That one's not my fault. Hi, Aminus, how you doing? Welcome in. Also, that reminds me, I've been meaning to do something. Oh, actually, sorry, hang on, I'm getting attacked. All this for a baseborn bitch. Do you know what you're doing? Aye, I do. I'm killing you and anyone else who gets in my way. That Frey just sounds so happy to kill people. I don't think... I might not be able to do it from here. Oh, hey, another guy. Oh, I should kill the healer, actually. Slurp. We did it! We killed him, I think. The next knight who bears steel, I'm not only gonna kill him, but I'm gonna kill his wife, his friends, and burn his goddamned house down. I probably could have said that, like, or yelled that a little bit more forcefully to, you know, show it off better, but, you know.
Thank you.
Those of you who yet live, remember this horror, and know that you should speak of it, that should you speak of it, you will be visited upon, it shall be visited upon you again hundredfold. Really verbose guy, huh? Now, here we go. There you go. Bam. There. That should do it. I forgot that I had been meaning to add Animus to the, or give Animus the artist role, but I have done that now, so there you go. Well done, hero. I think the fair maiden wants a word. Hey.
I don't know what to say, miss. Thank you, thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something, and... What? No one screamed her name. My grandmother called out just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I have to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Halone bless you for what you did.
We did it, Frey. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange, maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. You tapped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be free. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You've done well. Far better than I've hoped, in fact, but there's still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, Ruja. The risks will only increase, so if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? I don't know. It's only natural to have doubts. I appreciate your honesty. Give some thought to what I said. When you're ready, come find me. I'll be waiting where we first met. And we did it. Ah! Doing dark quests. Mostly just unlocking it. Unlocking it, and probably Machinist as well is what we're doing today. Because part of the... I'll just throw this out there again just because I want to make sure people are aware of it. We are at the point in MSQ where it splits and we go into the first two areas of Heavensward. And we're not going to do those until we've gotten Astrologian, Dark Knight, and Machinist up to 50 and done the quests for those. So it's going to be a little bit. But let's go stop by the manufactory. Just for fun, you know? Because there's another quest we have yet to unlock. And, not only that, but we have lots of people to talk to in here as well. Let's go ahead and switch on over to here. Alright. Let's talk to Pelderane. Welcome to Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. What do you do here? Name's Peldrain. As a manufacturer employee... Hang on, I'm gonna just turn that off real quick for you guys. As a manufacturer employee, I help build the parts what are needed for everything from dragon-slaying weapons to airships. Before I started working here, I was begging for scraps, but this place gave me trade and a steady wage. I learned all about making and fixing all sorts of machinery, and lately we've been getting machinist lessons. I'd likely be freezing in an alley somewhere if it weren't for Lord Stefanivian. Actually, hang on. Stefanivian. Stefanivian, that's the word. I have never actually really looked at how to pronounce that name, but now I have. Lord Stephanivian for inviting me in from the cold. What kind of place is this? Manufactory here is run by House Halliarnett. Hallinart. I really need to actually work on pronouncing all of these things correctly if I'm going to be reading them for a million years. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons that are made for slaying dragon invaders. We also dabble in machinistry. That's a technology what combines Master Garland's magitech with traditional etherology. All our machinist firearms are built on its principles. Of course, it's Lord Stephanivian that comes up with the designs. Bloke's a bloody genius, even if he is a bit odd. He ain't like any noble I've ever met. As long as you got a desire to learn the machinist trade, he's as happy to recruit the poorest broom rat as he is the richest highborn. And it don't matter if you've never held a firearm in your life. We got a bloke from Limsa Laminsa who's paid to teach you the basics of marksmanship. Oh, well, what is a machinist? Basically, a machinist is someone that wields a firearm, but it's the transformer worn at her waist what makes her different from other marksmen. This machine converts the ether found within a person's body into light and an aspected energy, which then powers the machinist's arsenal of specialized devices and techniques. Or so I'm told. With the right training and technology, even a low-born broom rat like me can add more punch to the battlefield than a fully armored knight. Now, we machinists still ain't gained much respect or attention amongst the tradition-bound nobles of Ishgard, but as his lordship is so fond of saying, the day will soon come when our true worth is recognized. Nice. What do we got up here? Fromlout. You stand in Sky Steel Manufactory, chief producer of Ishgard's dragon-slaying siege weaponry. Should you be interested in learning the machinist profession, pray direct your queries to Lord Stephanivian. I'll work on it, I promise. I'll get it right eventually. Alright, now, I should also say, on request from Otaku, I have had a voice cooking for this guy for a very long time. I wrote it down in my notes as to which one to do. So we'll see if I can actually do it and keep it up.
Oh, crikey! Me prospector Armady seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garbs, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming you're one of them adventuring types?
I am?
I thought as much. Me prospector Armady seldom lies, and let me just say you've made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether metal and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. We're also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us in exploring the machinist discipline?
Yeah, sure, let's see what it's about.
You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise my prospectometer would have not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stephanivian. Stephanivian de Halliarnett. And you are?
Savior of Sky Steel. Stephanivian awaits your introduction with undisguised enthusiasm.
Ruja, is it? Well, Ruja, allow me to welcome you once more to the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that weds the genius of Master Galrin's magitech with traditional aetherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the very steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would very dearly love to expand my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing yourself with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson?
Sure.
Splendid. Now,
actually, sorry, let me take that again.
Bonza! Now, the first thing you must learn is proper technique for handling a fire... And the hell's is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship, and might explain to you the particulars of the machinist profession.
I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, me lordship. Left her a letter of resignation at your workbench and all.
Confound the man! We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrement. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be.
But me lordship, we ain't even sure of where to start looking.
You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of Lenosha. Ah, yes, I should have realized that he would have returned to his homeland.
Lenosha, me lordship? Are you sure you want to go there? I heard it's a nasty place where folks will clout you across the face as soon as look at you.
Aye, well, I must admit to little familiarity with the environs. Hark, Joy, the prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist. We shall have the worldly Rouger here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of Lenosha may be akin to a garden path. Is that not so?
Aye, 'tis but a garden path, or I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I have been to Lenosha.
Now, no false modesty. Whatever knowledge you have of the place must far exceed ours, no matter your protestations. You will consent to guide us, will you not? Yes, sure. And 'tis settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to House Halley and Art, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark a technique well during our little jaunt to Lenosha. Speaking of which, we must needs decide on a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. We must have our master of marksmanship back.
House Hallinart gave me work as a maid, but his lordship insisted I try me hand at being a machinist.
You guys have anything else to say? Nope. Okay, let's cut out of here. And then I can finally turn the game sound back up because we're not listening to fucking pneumatic tubes going off. Alright, off we go. To Camp Overlook. Haven't been back here in a while. And now I'm poorly dressed for it again. Could have put my swimsuit back on.
Ah, what a stench. I think I'm going to be sick.
So, this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout a man in the face in place of a how do you do. Shall we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot, once we've gathered what intelligence we may.
Oh, another fucker. Hang on, I'll kill him. Die. There we go.
Off we go!
The inspiration behind that voice is Steve Irwin, by the way. It's really hard to... I haven't listened to enough Steve Irwin stuff to actually figure out if there's any distinct things he said other than distinct things vocally he does, so you'll just have to figure it out.
Bloke led Ishgard. That was a stranger come out. Look after asking one of our lads. Told them the sod he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. No, that's the same. Scrutinizing private. Huh? You mean the big Rogadin bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say how. I've seen him all right. Got himself a cold reception, too. Can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old and just expect to be forgiven. Well, I guess he's here, at least. Oh, that's the same line. Come on, Joy, you haven't gotten used to it yet? How fared your interrogation? Could seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let us investigate this infirmary, then. Hi. What's going on, Chief?
With the conditions of your employment not satisfactory, return to us to the manufactory and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ish Guardians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now. Oh boy. Rosenthal? Think of the future. Damn, bro.
Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off.
Joy, if you please. What the fuck? Magical girl transformation with gun. Oh, okay. Damn.
You shite-eating bastard! Next time I'll aim for the shaft twixt your thighs!
She's fucking awesome. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting, and spitting colourful profanity besides. How'd you do that shit with your hair, by the way? Aye, the lass learned me lesson well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. She's so funny. Do you think so? Ah, no, but no, Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who's simply dying to learn from the great Rosenthal. He's so happy. Oh, he's leaving.
Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me would rather I did the dying.
Ah, just look at ya! The epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? What a beaut you are. 'Cause only pirate scum hold a firearm like this, and I ain't gonna teach the machinist no way or no hopeless sausage-fingered venturer what you dragged in off the street. Then, are you saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer here shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her? Did you hear that, Rouja? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, take this fucking gun. I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you're serious in your intentions. Go do a crime.
You look a little mincing venturer about you.
Yeah, I did start here.
Fine, Stephanovian. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance. One lesson to see what she's made of.
The fate of the Sky Steel Manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Don't say that about my fingers. Gun unlocked. One interesting thing to note about the Soul of the Machinist, it actually reads differently than literally every other soul crystal in the game. Unlike other soul crystals, the surface of this multi-aspected stone has yet to be carved with a record of past deeds, because machinists are not a job that goes back generations or whatever. They are a new thing that just happened recently. Alright, and now, switch to the other gear set. You might notice this gear set, instead of being a siren type name, is instead called the Jade Falcon. I don't actually have any boots for this. That's unfortunate. I'm sure I'll figure it out. The reason for that is because Machinist is one of the 2 jobs that I based the fighting style of Rouge's brother, Savar, on. It is 1/2 of his fighting style, the other half being samurai. And his title is Jade Falcon, so this is a item set based on her brother. To make a long story short, let's put the fucking glasses on. There we go. And sure, we'll take this materia out as well. But man, I'm really not prepared for this. I didn't even fucking bring any goddamn shoes. Ah, well. Let's just double check that. Yep, okay.
His lordship has such high hopes for the manufactory's future. I'd hate to see him disappointed.
You must persuade Rosenal to return to us.
Master of Marksmanship. Rostenthal seeks to evaluate your natural talent with a firearm.
For a first-timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Not wearing any pants or shoes, though, which is an interesting choice, but I don't judge. I'm a pirate. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right, here's a few pointers before we start so you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots that'll decide what kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about that contraption at your waist. That little book-looking thing. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the ether of your body and turns it into the spark what'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of the machinist. I base the design on the more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversion performed by the Ethero-transformer. That would be the contraption Rostenthal mentioned. Alright, that's all you're getting for the now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. Them's your choices.
Oh, dude, I love fleeing like a musket-whipped cur. Excuse me, sir. Random question, sorry. Do you happen to have any shoes? Oh, thank God. Ooh, awkward. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let me check for gloves, too. That might be a good idea. Yeah, those will do. And we'll grab these, too, for Dark Knight. Because I should probably have something a little better than the fucking Ectal wrist gloves. And I could also get a helmet, too, but fuck it. I don't really care that much. Okay. Up and away we go. Actually, hold on. I think I need to organize that a little bit differently. There we go. Okay. Hey, man, can you fuck off? I guess we're getting a little bit of a test already. Bang. Okay.
Ha! Willing to take me test, then? The rules are simple. Make your way over to Hermit's Oval and shoot what you're told to shoot.
Sure. Sounds nice and easy.
I shall await you at the end of your trial, Rouge. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Right, we're gonna have us on a good old-fashioned hunt. Joy will be giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship.
Golems will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for the range and rhythm. Try to avoid the curls. You don't want to waste your ammunition.
Alright, let's go find and defeat some basalt golems. They should be down here. There we are, there's one. Nice, that's one. Nice. 2 down, 1 more to go. Bang. This is actually taking significantly less time to unlock these, actually.
An impressive performance.
I did it. Test passed. Quest over, right, guys?
Next up, we're hunting for bombs.
Alright. Nothing else to say then? Alright, cool. Fine with me. Bombs. Let's see. Training incendiaries. Where are they at? Oh, they're all back there. Fine. Ugh. One down. Like she said, we'd like to try and avoid the corals. Luckily, we don't currently have any way to actually AoE them, so we can't accidentally hit them. 2 down. Last one over there. We might actually have time for the other 2 optional unlocks that I was thinking of getting after the summer event. And maybe even a little astrologian leveling. Dope. Alright. Easy. Test passed. Not bad, lass. Not bad at all. Let's set you against some proper nasties, eh?
Rosenthal, ain't she done enough for a beginner?
Not by a long shot. I want to see skins from a pair of Missyads and a pair of Tigers.
You want her to fail. I ain't letting you cheat his lordship.
If you're gonna
bend the rules,
then so will I! Do what you gotta, lass. I'll be waiting for those skins at the oval. Cheating scum! Come on, Ruja!
Yes, ma'am. Oh god, lightning sprite. Joy, wait! Wait, Joy! Help! It's fine, whatever. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that voice is gonna wear on me for, real bad, but, in theory, it's, the voice isn't around all that much, thankfully. Get foot grazed, stupid. There we go. That's those. And the tigers spawn amidst a billion fucking ringtails, which is really nice. So we'll just have to kill these guys in the process. Let me tell you, doing this Joy's voice is pretty bad, but it's nothing compared to what I've got for another character coming up later in the Dark Knight quest. But we're not going to get to that for a little bit, because it's not even in the level 50 Dark Knight quests, it's in the 60 Dark Knight quests. I am curious about experiencing those, though, because one of the things that I've found as a result of my time on perfectly well-functioning website Tumblr is a person that I follow has been doing this kind of not project, but
oh, are we done? I guess we're done.
Has been
Right, onto Hermit Hovel.
Please stop interrupting me, Joy. Thank you. Basically doing this thing where they go through the German script of the game instead of the English version and see how it differs. And apparently there are some pretty significant differences in at least the English version from basically every other version of the game. And there are some, I think, that I might have talked about some of those translation differences already, but the Dark Knight questline especially is very different from how it is in English. So I'll bring up that document that they wrote. They also wrote a document, or an article recently on, what is the fucking website here? Let me look for it real quick. On a website that I had not heard of before called Anime Feminist. And it's about, this particular article they wrote is about female antagonists in Stormblood, which was a really interesting read. The French version makes some characters flirtier. That's just how the French are. Don't even worry about that.
Bring them skins, then. Even with young Joy's help, you did well, lassie. Huzzah! You will return to the manufactory, then, with us? I said she did well, not that we was done. You still got one last target to take down. Me! Kill me!
Rouge's got talent, but even she can't win against Rostenthal.
The man truly is being bothersome. Rouge, would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing?
Okay, here we go. Let's kill him. Apparently a bit of controversy regarding how good the English localization is compared to other languages, which got more direct translating. Stormblood is when they started making them more localized for other languages.
Don't rush your shots. Breathe. Think. Fire.
Good work, Rouge. You can win this.
Keep it up, Rouge. He's on his last legs. A thrilling performance. You've saved the manufactory.
Might be earlier into Heavensward, but I remember them hearing it in reference to Heavensward things where comparisons were made. Yeah, I think Stormblood is where I hear about a lot of it the most, at least. But who knows? You know, I unfortunately can't speak or read other languages. So I sadly do not have a lot of input. But, you know.
Well, there you are, instructor. Rouge has proven her potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Aye, I'll come back to your bloody workshop, but do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? Ha! I ain't got no love for Lenosha. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sack of guilt the size of me bloody head. I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor, so I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory? Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't never seen the sort afore, but if I show me face at the workshop, his boss is gonna want the gelt back, I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no, you'll not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door.
What are you looking at me for?
Yeah, you got one bugger worth teaching at least. I guess it's back to the frigid arms of Lady Ishgard for me.
Was that wise, me lordship? The Hallionart coffers ain't exactly fit to burst in.
Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two.
Who can't put a price on good people, eh, me lordship?
That you cannot, my dear. Rostenthal may be a touch standoffish at time, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. As such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Would that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Rouge, you far exceeded my every expectation. Pray, join me back at the manufactory that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments.
Sounds good. But first, we are already in Lenosha, so we might as well swing by ye old Lenosha to get the summer quest. All right, here we are. Hello! Fire Red, Beast Green. Mayaru Moyaru is scouting the Aft Castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Fair. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could use do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Fair. These days, the event doubles as a free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know? The brave and bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use more help out there, so if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Herr Mega. Moonfire Fair is ever short of hands, so if you happen to be idle at the moment, we'd love to have you in Costa del Sol. Sure. Let me put my swimming suit on, and my sword away. I don't need that. There we go. Hooray! Down to the Fisherman's Guild so we can sail to Costa del Sol. Hooray, fun in the sun. Alright. Now, I did a quick pass of this event earlier today to make sure and see what kind of funny summer NPCs there are. And the unfortunate thing is that I would say a good 90% of them are Endwalker only. So we're not going to see a whole lot of familiar faces around, unfortunately. Hi, Herr Mega. Also, I don't remember any of the voices that I've given any of these people, despite the fact that we've done their stuff multiple times. Ruja, now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Mayaru send you out to lend a hand? This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we've brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all of its explosive challenges intact. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. You can't see it, but I'm doing the same thing the polar bears are doing right now. Even better, this year we've added a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of festival to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for Moonfire than bright, blazing red? Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion. And judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one.
Icy treat sounds good right now? Oh yeah, I let me tell you, I know. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to...
Monster! Ah!
Did she say monster? Ah, damn it all, the people are starting to panic. Please, Rouge, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to clean up keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Scream sounded like it came from somewhere north of here. If there is a monster, I need you to handle it. They're not going to pay me for this, are they? Ah, well.
The monster was just here, I swear it. It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. That way. In case you don't know which direction east is, you fucking moron. I thought for certain it would come over here and... Oh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down.
Alright, cool. Have fun with that, I guess. Been on a spicy icy treat kick recently. Really? Can you give me any, like... spicy as in, like what's, like, spicy food and stuff? Is that, does that mean there are, like, mango tajin? I don't think I've heard of that, actually. But it sounds interesting. Damn, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. You should have seen it. I was minding my own business, out here practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. Then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. Would that I could tell you where or even which direction, although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Ah, well, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I can hear summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me! Whatever fell off that thing, you'll find it lying over there if you think it'll help your search. And off he goes. Fallen item. Aha! There she is. Glad as ever to see you again, Rouja. Herr Mega told us you might be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are.
We've heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue?
Found this. It's a needle. It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. It's obvious we're dealing with a cactuar, or it's obvious we're dealing with an inebriated weaver. I mean, the intelligent thing to do is say that it's obviously the inebriated weaver, right? So we should probably say that, I think. Surely that woman would not have mistaken a drunkard for a monster. I don't know if I agree with you. Given that it's green in color and possessed of needles, that would suggest some type of cactuar. Cactuars in Lenosha, of all places. Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanalan.
I am so sorry about this. Madame Memeja, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gegaruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I travel all the way from Ul'dah at the summons of my friend Gegaruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gegaruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad, and poor Gegaruju couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in Lenosha. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please!
I've raised them since they were pups. They'd never hurt a fly. Is pup the right word for a baby cactuar? Surely it would be like sprout, right? Or something like that. I don't know. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there? Given the Moonfire Fair would have no venture were it not for Master Gegaruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps? Indeed, I would see the situation sorted swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Ruja, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? Sure, I can do that. Oh. Oof. Stretch the old back. You know how it is. Alright, off we go. Still doing alright? Pollo Bono told me there's a cactuar on the loose. Sorry for the trouble. Can I count on you to handle it? Sure. Oh, damn. He's fucking wild now. Look at him go. Did you find something? It appears she did, but how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. You've clearly never seen it casting 10,000 needles, then. Mosh pit of 1, that's right. Is it just me, or is it rating an aura of pure malice? I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gegaruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. How is that the conclusion you jump to? I mean, I get it. This is like a place where ghosts exist, but like... I don't know, whatever, man. Perhaps an Uchiwa would help? What that thing needs is an exorcism. Call a priest. Of course! In the Far East, they use Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Maybe our festival fans would work. Aura in my video game? Probably yes. In that case, allow me to do the honors. I will let you do the honors, my friend. Huh! Evil spirit be gone! Uchiwa Shoi! Oh, he looks fine now. Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? And I'm terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. What? That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6! What? I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo, Cactina, Cactistifer, and... Cactistifer is such a good name. Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lenosha. To be fair, Poyobano, that is on you, for she did say pets plural, and you thought 1. I don't know why you did that. It is concerning that we have scoured every inch of the island and only found 1. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland.
Very well, let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars that we might ease them of their torment. Sure. This is only a normally stupid idea. And we have learned the funny fan emote. Unfortunately, not as cool as the Power Ranger armor, but hey, what are you gonna do? 6 more. Ugh.
Oh, I'm so glad to have Cacti back, and Hail of mine to boot. Those fans are sure to work their magic on the rest of my dearies.
Festival Fan Frenzy. Moonfair Chaperone Bofidis Nuts is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin? In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa, then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Sure. Hey, Tom, thanks for coming.
Please go and find the rest of my dearies. I'll stay here and keep a firm eye on Cacti. You have my word.
All right. Let's get out there, then. Looks like there should be one over here. 25 months? Yeah, that's half. I think that's half a century. Thanks for the sub, Tom. Cavorting Cactuar. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Cactuar is dancing like a plant possessed, but a refreshing Uchiwa Shoi ought to do the trick. All right, here we go. Evil spirits, be gone! I think it worked. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. And he lets me pick him up. Yay! Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Aww. Cactuars are funny, I love them. Cactuars occupy the same, like, status symbol to me of, like, little guy monsters as Dragon Quest slimes do. Alright, let's hit him again. Got him. Nice and easy. Successfully captured. Yeah, tonberries are like that, but I think people are more afraid of tonberries because they can kill you instantly. Because of the throat stabbing and such.
You've all done such a great job of bringing my dearies back safe and sound.
I only pray we managed to find them all.
Welcome back. I don't suppose you find any cactuars?
Yep, found 2. 2 calmed cactuars. Memeja's beloved pet has regained its composure thanks to a well-timed fan gust. A well-timed fan bust.
And that brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point. Preferably somewhere in the shade.
It's dark out, actually, so, you know.
Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink.
At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Herr Mega still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that? Sure. I did it, man. I found the funny possessed cactuars. Welcome back, Ruja. It seems you had the cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that, I thank you. Yeah, sure thing. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. Yeah, that is weird. Oh, great. This guy.
I wanted to report that the pet cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused.
Yes, well, I am just glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Memeja.
Flashbang image of a cactuar wearing a bikini. Truly, perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. Were something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst to their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see.
I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like sailors, and the next it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit.
What? They were drinking wine, my lord?
And what a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversation we could have had if only they could speak.
Memeja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for cactuars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Korthus myself. It seems we have our culprit, so they were just drunk.
I hate rich people!
Pah! They barely had a cupful each, and besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I?
I hate rich people! I hate rich people! I hate rich people!
Just needed to get that one across.
Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I supposed to know they couldn't hold their drink?
They're cactars. Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest. And seeing as though Memeja's learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. You're right, the only thing to do is kill Gegeruju. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to some other cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for an Uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, Pollo Bano. Now let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know. How was I supposed to know babies couldn't hold a drink? Exactly! As for you, Ruja, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, alright? Sure. I do still have to get back to the freezing cold at some point, though. Summer's biggest fan. Glad to see that things have settled back into the usual rhythm around here. You'll be sticking around, I hope. The fun's only just begun. Alright, let's go look for people. So there's one guy over here.
And where'd my little friend sneak off to?
I think that's a guy from a previous Moonfair event that we have not seen previously. Oh, come on. There we go. There they all are! It truly warms my heart to see my pets looking so happy. I'll have to vacation here again sometime. Perhaps even bring my Spriggans. What? I have to admit, I'm starting to come around on these cactuars. It's not my fault they're cute. Hey, kids. Ooh, it's almost too sparkly to eat. Over here we have the Elia pose. Here, this frozen treat ought to help you cool down. This is the folks from another previous event. These three characters we will be seeing more of in Heavensward, and also there's the little shark. Kawaii kute gomen. I agree. And as far as I can remember, that is those. Actually, hold on. Is that fucking Carvelian? Dude, what the hell are you doing here? You have work to do. Hey, what's going on, man? Just hanging out? Alright. Oh, there she fucking is. Every time you see him, she will be there. Little Shark Minion has broken confinement, and every day I'm shocked how popular it is. I love it. It's just like a little... It looks like Gibble, the Pokemon Gibble. Because he's just like a ball. And I love that. There are these guys doing their usual thing. We have the Fair Adventurer. Hey, man. I can guess by the look on your face. If you're wondering why in the hells I'm standing around here getting blasted by the sun with all this equipment on... If you must know, I'm hoping to see an experienced adventurer take on the course in some exceedingly dangerous manner. You can't fool me. You're a cut above the amateurs I see around here. Why not challenge yourself and see if you can make halfway through the course blind? Nah. I'll do it legit. Now, if you had beaten Endwalker, there would be another group of people here. But we haven't. So there isn't. Nope, fucked it up. Doesn't matter. If we'd also beaten Endwalker, there would be another couple of people here. Although, now that we've met at least two of them, I can tell you, it's a Manolane and his manservant, Honoroi. One of them, those two would be there, with another character that we have not met. My, it's just lovely here with all this wonderful shade. Tell that to that ridiculous Rogadin bloke over there, would you? Bet he wishes he had my ridiculous hat now. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just looking out for a daring adventurer. One willing to challenge the course with a handicap, that is. Well, I'll be, if it isn't an adventurer who looks perfectly happy to plunge headfirst into danger. Oh, come now, don't give me that look. I'm merely suggesting you take on the course blind, nothing more. Please? Sure. Once again, just to get to the end. Because there's not much else to do around here. Ah, and here we have the people from another one of the previous ones. Try not to fall, fool. Whee! Hello. And I think that's it. Those are the only people I've found. I actually had not seen Carvelian and Ronswen already, so that was new too, actually. Don't do that, dude. It scares the shit out of me. Anyway. Alright. Well, since we are actually only an hour and 30 minutes into stream, I am actually going to, instead of going right back to Ishgard and doing this, we are going to make a little Ul'dan detour. Also, first, I need to I can't do that yet. That's fine. Let's go to... well, actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to... Oh, I can't, right? I have to swim away from here first. There we go. Now I can fly. Then we'll get back to Limsa, and then take an airship to... Actually, out of curiosity, do you have anything to say about the event? No. To Limsa. 40 gil, and then a free flight to the Gold Saucer, followed by a free flight to Ul'dah. And that's how you save money, kids. So, down to the Ruby Road Exchange. Frugal Ruja, that's right, that's what they call me. We will start over here, because it's closer. Now, I would also like to just throw this out there real quick. The two classes that we are about to unlock next are not actually Heavensward classes, they are Stormblood classes. And the reason why I am unlocking them now instead of when we start Stormblood is A, I want these quests off my map. I don't want to have to look at them anymore. But also, the other reason is because we're not limiting the things that we do to things only in that expansion. We are limiting it to things that only happen in the level range of that expansion. And because these things unlock at level 50, it makes more sense to do them in the swath of things that we'll be doing when we are leveling things from level 50 to level 60, rather than doing what we're... And I should also say, the only reason we're doing what we're doing in Heavensward, where we forcibly unlock and level the Machinist, Astrologian, and Dark Knight, and getting those to level before we start MSQ for real, is because Heavensward's classes that it introduces are unique in the fact that you cannot unlock them unless you are in Ishgard. Every other class that you unlock, you can beget no matter what, because they're in one of the 3 starting cities instead. So, we're just doing it. We're just going to unlock it now, and we will do the quests and leveling for it, for at least the 50 to 60 quest line, once we do the quest lines for all of the jobs. And that also goes for the storylines for the other, for Astrologian, Dark Knight, and Machinist as well. We're doing the 30 to 50, but the 50 to 60 are going to be done later. The Way of the Samurai. An Uldan citizen is ripe to burst with excitement and seeks a hapless passerby upon whom to unburden himself. Those balls! Just when you think you've seen it all, the world's full of surprises. What am I talking about, you ask? Oh, nothing much. Just the most amazing blade work I've ever seen. It wasn't even the main card either, but light entertainment. Far Eastern fellow, old enough to be my grandfather, appeared and called for challengers. But who should answer him but a brute of a gladiator? People thought it was either mummery or a sick joke. After all, what could one expect from such a mismatch? The old and infirm versus the young and in form. But when the action began, the old man proceeded to drop everyone's jaws. His opponents not least of all, with his blistering blade work. Most riveting moment, though, when we had the challenger on the back foot. For instead of finishing the job, he went and sheathed his blade. Putting your steel away in the heat of battle. Well, that's akin to committing suicide. It wasn't lost on the gladiator who lunged in with a mighty swing. Spectators gasped collectively, thinking it was over. This guy should be a storyteller. He's really good at this. And it was, but not for the old man. For in the next instant, before anyone could comprehend what had happened, his opponent was crumpled on the ground. In one fell stroke, and with impossible speed, the old man has drawn his sword and dealt the telling blow. A few heartbeats passed in stunned silence, then the stands erupted in riotous cheering. God, it's just recounting it gives me the chills. The speed, the precision, the elegance. Simply sublime. How's it possible I never heard of these Far Eastern warriors, these samurai? Wait, are you thinking what I think you're thinking? And you want to face the old man? Well, that silver-tongued showmaster was looking for a new challenger, but you don't want to do this. Let someone else be the fool. Little, spoiler for the Stormblood quest accept theme, but hey, whatever. If you mind to take on the old man, that silver-tongued showmaster was looking for a new challenger, but trust me when I say, yeah, okay, I already read that, fuck you. Alright, where are we going? Gladiators Guild. Or close to it, at least. Gladiator, gladiator. All right. Hello, sir. Come one, come all, and marvel at the mystery of the Far East. A swordsman hailing from exotic Hingashi, whose blade work is quicker than the eye can see. Don't let his age fool you. Old though he may be, he's already made short work of one of Uldar's meanest gladiators. And now he seeks a new challenger. You can best him, you'll be rewarded with a rare Hingan treasure. There's just one condition. You must fight with the same blade as the old man's. If
you think you have what it takes, proceed to the Gladiators Guild and make yourself known to the Far Eastern Elder. Glad he ate her. True. A rare Hinkin treasure to the challenger who can best the Far Eastern Elder. You think you have what it takes, proceed to the Gladiators Guild and make yourself known to him. I think I could do it. They're probably doing fine. Hello, sir.
This aura, unusual yet undoubtedly formidable. Dare I hope a worthy challenger has come? Well met, friend. I am Musosai, a samurai of Hingashi. Lest you wonder, samurai are swordsmen of the Far East. Yet know that the swords we wield are unlike those of this land. Katana, they are called, and for one, our duel, I shall lend you such a blade, along with a stone, a talisman of sorts. Wear them on your person, and you shall become one of us, at least in appearance, if not in sooth.
Oh, cool, thanks. Soul of the Samurai. Upon the surface of this multi-aspected crystal are carved the myriad deeds of samurais from eras past. Cool. Samurai unlocked. Also, as a refresher, Ruja would be very familiar with samurai because she is from a place that is pretty close by to the Far East. So she would interact with people from Hingashi fairly frequently, I would say. This one is also called the Jade Falcon. Because once again, samurai. There we go. Let's go ahead and set my bar up because we are actually going to have to do a big fight. That can go there. I don't really know where I'm going to put that yet. This is going over here. God, there's so many fucking abilities, bro. That goes there. That can go here. I think. That can go there. Oh, let's put that there for now. Oh, yeah, no, third eye goes. No, third eye is fine. It's fine there. EI goes there. 1, 2, 3. Where's Shifu? There's Shifu. Yukikaze. Fuga. Oka. Mangetsu. Arm's length. That there. Okay, I think that should do it. Master Musosai. Musosai regards you with a piercing gaze.
Ah, yes, in your gaze I see the stirrings of newborn samurai. 'Tis plain the stone has already bequeathed some of its memories unto you. Yet having the memories is one thing, mastering them is quite another. We shall see how you fare against me. Prepare yourself, young samurai. We begin as soon as you are ready. You are ready then? Good, good. Let us take to the arena.
Here we go! Gather ye round and bear witness, for another brave challenger has appeared. Next to face Musosai, Swordmaster of the Far East, we have an itinerant adventurer. Oh, this is actually really bad. We're like wanted in Ul'dah, aren't we? Ooh, This was maybe a bad idea.
Hold it right there. No one gets to take that on the bastard except me. Except me. Barrel, the last standing. Scourge of the Sands.
Oh, a guy wearing very little shirt.
You made a fool of me earlier, but this time there'll be no tricks. This time I fight with my own sword, not that pathetic excuse for a needle you handed me.
What's this? Bone-headed barrel who was so roundly trounced but moments ago has invaded the Blood Sands. For those who came in late, he's the disgraced gladiator who was cast out of the Colosseum for, and I paraphrase, being an all-rounds odious brute. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea for what voice to give that guy.
The rules were plain, and you agreed to them. There were no tricks.
Shut your mouth and fight me again.
Such eagerness for blood. The warriors of this land are as naked blades.
Damn. Superior folded Nipponese steel.
I'll get you next time.
Yeah. Cool. All right, well, let's do that.
And with that distraction out of the way, we may continue where we left off.
Let's do it.
Cool Magitech sword.
Begin! Time to beat up an old man. That's right. It begins. How will this challenger fare against the enigmatic elder?
Now then, let us see how well you wield the katana. Come at me with all your might. Good, precise movements. Well, to master such an advanced technique so quickly.
Ikuze indeed.
There is no need to hold back. Yes, let your blade seep in strength ere you unleash it. The stone harbors the techniques of the samurai. You must draw them forth. You have a feel for the blade.
We're doing it. Hiya! Oh, okay, we're done.
That will do. Victory is yours, young one.
Yay! We did it! Damn, Spectro's making me learn Japanese. True! I don't have an Ikuze button. I should get one.
To draw forth such strength from the stone in so short a time, you are no ordinary woman. As promised, I shall bestow upon you the rarest of Hingan treasures, training in the way of the samurai.
Huh?
What is the matter? Our techniques are not found in this land, hence their great worth. As my pupil, you would train under my watchful eye and learn even the most pussient.
I don't remember. Hang on. I gotta look that word up again because I need to remember how to say it. Puissant. Puissant. Puissant of techniques.
Why, you lying bastard?
Oh, a bunch of identical looking dudes.
All that fighting and there wasn't even any coin in it.
What's this? Boneheaded Barrel is back, and this time he's brought friends. This man doesn't know when to give up.
You got a problem? Come down here and say it.
At no point was it said the treasure is an object, let alone coin. Besides, winning it was well beyond you.
Shut the hells up. This time I'll show you my true strength.
Your strengths lie in numbers, 'twould seem. Very well, if you insist on another trouncing, then so be it. But know that this time 'tis not I who will deal it, but my pupil.
What?
Having seen your potential firsthand, he and his ilk ought not pose you any trouble.
What? Come on, you can't just put this on me. Okay, fine, I'll kill him.
Whoever she is, take care of her too. She looks kind of familiar. Ah, it doesn't matter. You see billions of green-haired Vieira around here.
Oh dear, this isn't in the script. The duel has become an all free-for-all, and it's the challenger against all.
No one makes a fool out of me in my Colosseum. Feathered her, the so-called pupil.
I didn't kill that guy. I'll have to come back for him later. Hang on, wait. Hup. Hup, there we go. I did it.
Bloody hopeless, the lot of you. The hell's you doing? Let's see how your puny sword fares against an axe or two. Gods damn it.
I did it, I killed him.
Kia! Hurry up and make her dead already. Ah, if you want something done right.
Come on. No one beats me in my Coliseum. No one! Yeah, sure, man. Oh, Beryl joins his own fight. Finally! Student Samurai versus Grizzled Gladiator. Who will prevail in this clash between good and ugly? Yarg. Hey, dickhead. Don't do that. Wah. Ah, good old Samurai. Feels good to play. Fun class. Oh, what's he doing? Hey. Hey, get back here.
Sod this! I'm gonna make you hurt, old man, if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah! Okay.
You are done? Then allow me.
Ha!
You are not even worth the drawing my blade. Well fought, young one. I have seen all I needed to see.
Hi, Scoos. How you doing? I'm doing well. And the winner is a challenger. What fearsome fighters, these samurai. Let's give her a rousing applause. Off camera.
Forgive me. I know it was wrong to force that fight upon you, and yet I find I do not regret having done so, for it has reaffirmed beyond any doubt the promise I had glimpsed in you.
Killer sore throat. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm gonna have something like that after this stream is done.
Long did I search in my native land for a pupil, but I found none fit to be a vessel for my knowledge. The problem, I concluded, lay in my people's way of thinking, the zeal which with they uphold tradition to the detriment of all else. So it was that I set forth for a new land, this hare's ear. I placed myself in the midst of your most able swordsmen, offering myself up as a spectacle in the hopes of finding a worthy soul.
Go now to play my mobile games and watch this on mobile. Have fun. I don't know what it is you're playing. Maybe a Genshin or a Star Rail or a zoneless Zen Zinko.
And find her I did, in you. Now I realize how this all may appear. To you I could be a strange old fool spouting nonsense, but I am well past caring about appearances. I speak with all earnesty when I say there is none other than into whom I would pour my knowledge. And so I ask you, will you consent to being my pupil?
Sure.
Ah, words cannot well express my joy. From this moment on, we are master and student. Now then, I would know your name. By what are you called?
Hi, I'm Ruja. Don't say the name too loudly, though. I'm a wanted woman.
Ruja, 'tis a fine name. Without further ado, we shall commence your training. Pray join me at the nearby tavern, the Slick Hand.
Well, it's not really what it's called, but yeah, you know, it's fine. It doesn't matter. All right. We can't forget to do that. Hang on, I gotta fix all my... There we go. Perfect. Adventurers Guild. And wouldn't you know it, I think the next quest should be just over here by the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, so we'll swing by there when we're done too. Hello.
I shall begin at the very beginning. In the distant past, Hingashi underwent a period of strife, during which numerous opposing factions vied for supremacy, the Age of Blood. In this age, full many took to battle with katana in hand, and in the crucible of war our art was forged, the way of the samurai. Eventually, the realm was unified under one banner, and peace reigned once more. The people set aside their katana, save for weak samurai, who continued to wield it as a symbol of authority. And with that authority comes a grave responsibility, protecting the peace. To ensure the Age of Blood is never repeated, we samurai seek out the wicked and bring them to account. In so doing, we ward off chaos and preserve order in the realm. Such is our calling. Hingashi, or Hare's Ear, it matters not where we are. This calling guides us always. To that end, we shall journey the land, you and I, on a quest to right wrongs. As one who has grasped the foundations of our art, it is your surest path to mastery. Our efforts begin in this very city. I shall cast about for evil that has taken root here, and we may proceed to excise it.
Oh, well now, that certainly got exciting quick, but with some even quicker thinking, I managed to set up a wager and turn a tidy profit.
Momozigo, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thanks to you, I have found my pupil at last. I pray that you will live comfortably with your winnings.
Actually, I had a mind to join you. Wherever you go, I sense that coin will follow. And besides, it seems you're planning to root out evil in our fair city. If so, you'd do well to have me along. With my connections, I can procure the information you're like to need. Then there's the small matter of your complete and utter lack of knowledge of Eorzea.
There is that. Indeed, had fate not seen fit to unite us, I never would have found my way here from Fester Bay.
And I wouldn't be standing here breathing. If anyone knows anything, it's me. You saved me from those cutthroat bandits when I tried recruiting them for the Colosseum. Terribly reckless in hindsight. And to you, my friend, to be marked out by old Musasai himself, you must be made of uncommon stuff indeed. Not to put pressure on, but I have the highest hopes for you.
And here we are, then. I shall undertake my search with Momozigo's help. Until such time as there are developments, pray continue honing your newfound skills.
You got it, Chief. And that is Samurai unlocked. We'll talk with Momozigo real quick. Call it a showmaster's insights, but for instinct, from the moment I met Musasai, I knew he was no ordinary old man. I knew he was going to bring in money, and lots of it. I can't talk to Musasai. Okay. Well, on to the next thing, then. We have one more class to unlock, and then, I don't know. We'll have to see. We have some more people to check in with the manufactory, too. I still haven't turned that quest in. Huh. I guess we should probably deal with this, too, huh? Let's do that. Bottled Fantasy. The medicine merchant leers at you, his smile unnaturally wide.
Hello there, lass. Care to make some easy gill? You need only deliver a file of my wares to a customer. I'll make it worth your while.
Why ask me? Is this one of those swindles I'm supposed to report?
Heavens no, this is a perfectly legitimate job, and I would never lie to you. It simply isn't in my nature. Now that we understand each other, take this to the gladiator waiting on the steps of Nald. Once you receive his dues, bring them straight back here, and rest assured, I will know if you're even a gill short.
Okay.
Deliver that file to the gladiator waiting on the steps of Nald. You'll know him by his diminutive stature. He's short.
Alright. Fine. Be that way. Okay, yeah, over there, sure. Hi there. This is taking forever. Maybe it was too good to be true.
Hey, mysterious liquid. This elegant glass bottle is generously filled at the top. Though with what, you couldn't say. Here.
Thank you, miss. I've been waiting for what felt like an age, but finally it's here. My miracle drought.
What's it do?
Oh, do you not know what this is? This, my friend, is a phial of the mysterious brew called Fantasia. Legend states that any who drink it before lying down for a nap awakens a new man. Or woman. It can trans your gender. My Colosseum debut is coming up, and I'm terribly nervous. So I thought this medication might bestow me with the self-confidence I lack. I've always felt more like a she-her, you know? And a chiseled, muscly body besides. Ha ha! I can't wait to show off in my subligar. Take this to the medicine merchant with my compliments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make my dreams come true.
I wish her the best of luck with her new pronouns. Let's just look at all my abilities real quick. Once again, I'll get my bars set up and stuff on my own time. Alright, I'm back.
Good, you're back. And with my payment, I expect.
Leather sack of coin. A heavy bag of gill halfily offered for the little bottle of medicine called Fantasia.
Every last gill accounted for. I knew you'd be right for the job. Now for your payment. But what's this?
Oh, wow. It worked.
A friend of yours? I can't say I recognized him.
Pretty sure that was the...
My client? You mean that little Lalafellan gladiator?
Well, yes. Isn't that what your medicine does? Your potion just turned a Lalafell into a Hure. Yeah, isn't that what it does?
Who's to say? I have no way of proving that man was indeed my client. But if it would sate your own curiosity, I believe I can spare you a file for your own experimentation. We live in a time where it's perfectly fine for people to experiment with their gender. And that is a beautiful thing, a luxury that everyone should have, even if you find that you do feel comfortable in your assigned gender. It is an experience worth having. Now my business here is done. We will meet again someday, though whether we recognize each other is less certain. Goodbye!
Well, that was fucking weird. We got a free bottle of Fantasia. Because this is now a new permanent quest that got added in Dawn Trail. So, I guess we just have that now. That's cool, I guess. After what we were doing before. A child? Taking the red. A distraught lass seeks a savior for her sister.
Oh, are you an adventurer? Please, you have to rescue my sister. Some horrible people tried to kidnap us just outside the city gates. I managed to break free when a traveler stopped to help, but my sister never caught up to me.
I'll get her. I'll save her. I will save her versus where are your parents?
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, hurry through the gate here and just keep going straight ahead. You're sure to find them. The traveler was some sort of mage, I think, but it was 1 against 5. Surely he couldn't stand against so many. Head towards the spineless basin crossroads. Honestly, we were barely a stone's throw away from the gates of Thal.
Alright, out we go.
Hi.
Don't touch me. Oh, you're not one of them.
Damn, that was cool. Damn, this guy fucking rules. And who might you be? Dope.
My little sister is safe? Oh, thank goodness.
Came to lend your aid. My apologies. Had I but known, I would have spared you a villain or two. After all, you seem to share my distaste for those who would prey upon defenseless children. Ha ha! Birds of a feather we are. I'm Zaroon Tia, a pilgrim of sorts. Might I know your name, friend? I'm Ruja Lorelei. Ruja. Why does that strike such a familiar chord?
Excuse me, I just want to thank you for saving me.
My pleasure, child. You are unharmed, yes? Good. Let's escort this brave lass to her sister, then. Lead the way. That guy was cool. And he was wearing a red coat. Hello.
Thank you again for coming to my rescue.
The sisters are reunited. You've done a good deed this day, friend.
You found her, adventurer. Thank you. We are very grateful for your kindness. I was so scared. What did those terrible people want with us? You needn't worry about them anymore, sister. The men in red defeated them all. You saw how he fought with spells and steel. He's one of those heroes Papa told us about. A crimson duelist. Aren't you?
I did not expect to hear that name this far south into Eorzea.
Then you are a crimson duelist. I knew it.
If your papa is telling his daughters tales of red mages, then he must be from Alamigo, yes? Well, that would explain his choice of bedtime stories. Now, shall we see you lasses home?
We'll be all right from here. Thank you again.
Off they go. Aw, there's the little kid wave animation. I love that animation, it's so cute. And away they skip, happy and safe and happy. Now, Ruja, was it not? I believe we've earned ourselves a celebratory drink. You need not feel compelled, my friend. Should the mood strike you, however, you'll find me staying over at Blackbrush Station. I find the ale served at the Coffer and Coffin most agreeable. Is Zaroon Tia Adante? Yes, that is the voice, yeah. Once again, Dante also does not have any particular speech quirks that I have been able to work into this yet for it to be obvious, but let me tell you, when I get some crazy parties in there, or some woohoos, or some other stuff like that, then you will understand. You will know. Mr. Tia? Ah, you came! As it so happens, the mothers of those girls tracked me down and insisted I accept a reward. As I mentioned you might be stopping by, she left a token of gratitude for you as well. Seems we've assisted an affluent merchant family. Revelation might explain the attempted kidnapping, hefty ransoms and all that. I'm told the girls were immediately assigned a capable bodyguard, however, so we can drink in peace knowing they're well protected. Oh, I remembered whence I know your name. It was Alize who first mentioned you to me. After the 10th or so time some incident had her loudly wishing to have Rouge's courage or Rouge's strength, I became rather curious to meet you myself. That does not sound like me. Are you sure she's talking about the same person? There could just be another person with the same name. It should say Rouge's ability to succeed despite immense clumsiness and fear. How do I know the indomitable Alize? Our paths crossed quite by chance. A fellow traveler met upon the road. She expressed an interest in red magery and persuaded me to instruct her in the basics of the art. She proved a quick study in the arcane side of things, but fencing was something of a challenge. By the end of our lessons, however, she had learned to combine spellcraft with swordplay, when to cast from afar and when to lunge forward with a well-timed thrust. And what of you, my friend? Have you any interest in the art? I suspect you'd make an exceptional red mage. It's magic, so I think I could do that, actually. I am deadly serious. A woman who would rush to the aid of a stranger's child without fear or hesitation is a woman I would trust with the power of red magic. But even beyond that, I sense in you a kindred spirit. Be warned, however, that my style of teaching is a practical one. I will expect you to join me on my journey and assist me in aiding others. Accept those terms and I will bestow upon you the accoutrement of a red mage. Are you familiar with soul crystals? This particular stone is attuned to past wielders of red magic, and you will fill your mind with a firm foundation of technique. You need only reach forth your hand. Hell yeah, let's do it. Are you prepared to walk the path of a red mage? One word, and the soul crystal is yours. Will you become a red mage? Yeah. You will not regret this decision, my friend. God's above, for a moment there, I thought you meant to refuse me. A host of red mages committed their memories to this gem, and now it is yours. Absorb the knowledge it contains, and we will discuss the finer points of red magic. But first I should give you that reward. I like the in-universe explanation for why you get Gil out of this. Dope! And that is another class unlocked, the final one for today. Boop. And this one is Stylish Siren. Boop, bing, bang, boom. Pow. Time to set up the things. Acceleration goes there. Scatter, I don't remember what I do with you. Swift cast goes there. Flesh goes there. That gets out of here. That can stay. That can go here. That goes over there. Jolt. Ver Thunder. Ver Arrow. Addle. Korokor. Stone. This, that, the other, that goes there. There we go. Excellent. Red Mage. All right. The Crimson Duelist. Zaroon wishes to teach you the origins of red magic. I see from the glint in your eye that the Soul Crystal has surrendered its secrets. Welcome to the ranks of the Red Mages. Actually, hang on one second. I want to look something up. Let's see. Damn it. I'm trying to find the fucking... Cool, we did it. We did a fate. I'm trying to find the fucking panel of 8-bit theater where Red Mage is explaining the history of red magic, but I can't find it. Okay, whatever. The art we practice is born of noble origin. Its balanced and controlled energies were once used to stem the tide of destruction and reclaim a future for the dispossessed. Speak of the age some 1,500 years past, when the clash of two sorcerous civilizations brought about the sixth umbral calamity. Ere the great floods rose, people fled from their homes and into the mountains of Girabania. Even the mages of Mahak and Amdapur were found amongst the refugees. These wizardly practitioners became targets of retribution for the part they had played in upsetting the natural balance, and soon did they shed their robes of black and vestments of white. People were to survive and rebuild following the disaster, however, they would need the power of the arcane. Thus were the principles of black and white magery reinvented, and upon their combined foundation an entirely new discipline was built. Red magic. Now I know, black and white together do not make the color red. But it's cooler. So, that's just how it is. I've prattled about the history of it for long enough. Far better that you experience red magic firsthand. There remains the mystery of who sent kidnappers after those poor girls, and I have a feeling attempts to unearth the culprit will provide the battle practice you require. Before we plunge into the fray, however, there are some questions I would ask. Come with me to Eastern Thanalan, to the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. Sounds good. Let's go. Whee! Anyway, Red Mage is one of those jobs that is just so fucking cool. And, like, it's up there with, like, with Monk for, like, some of the coolest classes, I think, in this game. And part of that, I think, also has to do with the fact that it's from Alamigo, just like Monk is. Coincidence? I think not. Alamigo makes the best classes, hands down. Red coming after black and white is an alchemy thing? That sounds... Sure, I believe that. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's episode 646 of 8-Bit Theater. Come on. 6. Don't worry, I'll find it. Okay. And Kent, you're not going to like this description, but here it comes. Can someone tell me what blue magic is so I can just join in dismissing red mage? It's simple. Magic is change, right? When you cast a spell, you're forcing your will onto the way of things. White magic tends to introduce order into a system, while black magic tends to encourage decay. What about red magic? Actually, that's a misnomer. The founder of the red mage school was Vermilion Wizard. Dude just liked red. So 1,000 years ago, some chucklehead gets the bright idea that if casting magic changes the external world, there ought to be corresponding changes to oneself. He called it blue magic. Guy looked sharp and blue. Spell's ability to bring change into the world would be incorporated by one's very being. A blue mage wouldn't be burned by a fireball. Its potential for change would instead become a part of him. So get zapped with a spell and you learn it. Sounds handy. More than that, it basically grants instant spell cognition as well as immunity to their effects. You'd have a mage that could never be attacked without becoming more powerful. It's the holy grail of wizardry. It's a crock. Want to bet? And Red Mage is charging a Kamehameha, because that's what happens in 8-Bit Theater. Anyway, so that's why Red Magic is called Red Magic, because the founder of the school is named Vermilion Wizard.
So, you under the tutelage of Zerun Tia. I think we will find a path of a red mage to be a challenging yet satisfying one.
Ruja, there you are. I would introduce you to Father Illud, but I believe this is the two of you are already acquainted.
Zaroon has told me a tale of nefarious spellcasters and their attempt to kidnap 2 young girls, and you wish to ask if this thaumaturgical cabal is known to me, yes? There are several such cults which come to mind, but I might have more detail. You say each member shared some rather unusual traits.
Aye, not a word spoken over the entire exchange, not one shift in expression when I urged them to yield. Each one of them also appeared branded with some manner of tattoo, a sigil pulsing with arcane energy.
Ah, an evil practice. Such cursed sigils are known to destroy the will of the bearer, resulting in a biddable puppet which acts much in the manner you have described. There is no salvation for such wretched creatures.
Then we must find the fiends who pull their strings. Pray learn what you can of this cabal and its purpose, Father. Ruja, we have another task to attend to. Might I suggest some light stretching before you step outside? You'll soon understand why.
Zaroon awaits you outside the church. His tone was playful, but I urge you to take his suggestions seriously and prepare for hostilities.
Whee! Did you notice we were being followed, Ruja? The very cabal we're investigating seems to have taken an interest in us. Since an ambush in the offing, do they seek to silence us, perhaps? Well, let them try. This will be the perfect opportunity for you to test your newly acquired skills. But first, a brief lesson. Red Mage's spells belong to 2 distinct schools, rooted as they are in the ancient disciplines of black and white magic. Intertwined, they form the solid core of red magic, and through the balanced casting of both disciplines can a Red Mage build this foundation higher and higher. When your strength has reached its peak, that is when you lunge forward and unleash energies thrumming within your blade. And then you leap away, returning to the first step. It is a dance, my friend. A wacky party. A crazy party, you might even say. Come out wherever you are. We have no intention of running or hiding from you. Oh, they actually did come out. That's crazy. I wear a sword, as you can see, but I'm not partial to violence. Is there no chance we might attempt a parley in lieu of bloodletting? Ah, well, worth a shot. How unsettling. Well, Ruja, it seems you'll have your battle. Remember what I've taught you. Whee! Alright, Red Mage. This was one of my favorite classes when I first unlocked it. And it still is, honestly. Start with the fundamentals. Cast both black and white magic as evenly as possible. Oh, hold on. Now they send another. We're not expected to survive the first attack. Impact. I mean, scatter. And now we have our melee combo. Well struck! I felt the potency of your blows from here. Dope. These puppets must have a leader lurking nearby. Let's take the battle to our ambushers, shall we? But before we resume the hunt, let's be sure of your technique. As a red mage, you are capable of casting 2 spells in rapid succession using what is known as the dual cast effect. Intone a short spell, and you will find that a lengthy incantation can now be cast in an instant. Take advantage of this technique to bombard your foes with arcane destruction. I wish there was some, more in-depth, lore reason for why that works. But, remember, balance black and white and take full advantage of dual cast. What have we here? A wayward orb of ether.
Orb. Another orb. Ah, the Fallen send ether to their allies. An impressive display. You were born to wield the red. Follow the sphere. It will lead us to the source of the ambush. Hey, look, there he is. Kill that fucking guy. The ether of the Fallen, gathered for some dark purpose, I'd wager. Hound of the Netherrealm, accept this Feast of Souls. May our lives serve as payment for the destruction of our foes. Oh, he killed himself. Well. Oh, God. He sacrificed that demon dog just to kill us? I'd be flattered if I weren't so horrified. Where are those fangs? Come on, puppy, I'll take you for a walk. Come on, let's go. Keep your distance from the ether it spews. Ow! Well, that was mean. I didn't think it was gonna do that. God, what a fun job. So much fun to play. We did it. Well done, Rouge. You've exceeded my expectations. Just like Devil May Cry 5. Which is for a fortunate thing, for I did not anticipate the arrival of that fearsome hound. These mages were willing to forfeit their own lives to ensure that we lost ours. At least I got these cool nunchucks out of it. See the brand on her left cheek? This is the cursed sigil which stole her will and left her vulnerable to the most heinous of commands. Oops. Our ambushers were young men and women, every one, all transformed into mindless pawns by some hidden master. And this master has shown no compunction against sacrificing pieces that outlive their usefulness. No, this cannot stand. Agreed. That's bad, generally. Heed me, Rouge. You've begun your education in red magic, but there's more I'd teach you. Come on, let's return to the Lich Yard. Know you the history of these graves? The church's Lich Yard is the final resting place for many victims of the Seventh Calamity. Red magic was conceived to stem such tides of destruction, in an age where the abuse of sorcery flooded the world with death. Its distinction from the earlier disciplines is key. Whilst practitioners in black and white magic draw upon ambient ether, Red Mage weaves her spells using only the reserves of mana with which she is born. In an era which red magic was created, to do otherwise was forbidden. To manifest more powerful effects, the first red mages adopted a method by which precise sword techniques would harness and amplify the energy of their spoken incantations, the mage's own physical form serving as an arcane accelerator. An ingenious way of preserving their self-imposed limitations. Understand that the blade we wield is not simply a weapon, it is the focus of all our efforts to lessen strife and suffering. Every generation of red mages is part of an unending battle. We're soldiers who fight back against those enduring violence and subjugation, the bulwark against the unkind vagaries of fate. 20 years ago, I joined the revolutionaries in Alamigo, and learned red magic along like-minded companions. We formed the Crimson Duelists, and together we rose up against the tyranny of the mad King Theodoric. We were crushed. Of all the duelists, only I survived to watch our homeland languish under the rule of imperial invaders. Even after leaving Alamigo, I never ceased fighting for its liberation. And when I learned of the calamity, of the threat to all lands of Eorzea, I allied myself with the valiant scholars of Sharlayan. In the end, I was unable to protect my homeland, or halt the approach of fiery disaster. But never once in all these years have I betrayed the oath the duelist swore to champion the weak with heart and steel. Such is the nature of the magic you will learn from this idealistic fool. You'd master this art, however, then my road shall become your road for the duration of your studies. I'll remain here at the church for the time being, and be a pest to the good Father Iliad until we discover the origins of this cult. Your only chore shall be to reflect upon the lessons of the day and prepare for our next encounter. Dope. Alright. Only one thing left to do, and that is take up our gun and return to Ishgard. Wait, return to Ishgard. There we go. Also, let's put the correct glamour back on. There it is. Whew, and once this is done, then we will probably end stream for the day, because my voice is getting tired, and I still have to eat dinner. Oh good, time to turn the sound down again.
Ah, the savior of Sky Steel Manufactory. I had hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers counsels me to wary some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with the dated model I gave you back at Camp Overlook. Ah, and I also must pass on a message to you from Rostensal. He asks that you take the skills he has taught you thus and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, eh, Ruja? And we learned Hypercharge. Hooray! Alright, let's check in with some of the other folks around here. Hang on, thinking. I think it's here, yeah. Can't remember where I put my thing normally. With the wonders of machinistry in our hands, a trained army of commoners could prove as effective as any company of knights. Thus you be lowborn or highborn, we turn away none who profess an interest in learning the machinist trade.
Ah, our newest recruit. Was there aught with what I might aid you? Lord Stefanovian is best equipped to answer any questions you may have regarding machinists and machinistry.
Ruja, was it? If you ought to ask, I'm here to answer.
Let's see.
Yeah, okay. That's all the extra dialogue out of that, and I don't think Joy is anywhere, so we can't talk to her, so she's busy right now, I guess. Which is understandable. You know, she's got stuff to do. She's got an actual job, unlike Stefanovian. Alright then. Well, folks, that is going to be where I leave you for the day. We had a fruitful and excellent stream. We unlocked 4 fucking new classes, and have given me plenty of work to do before the next stream comes. I'm going to endeavor to have Astrologian at 50 at least by the time the next stream rolls around, and we will probably be doing that. And if I can, we'll probably either do a little bit of Dark Knight leveling, or maybe just nothing. But that gives me a lot of time, because next time, I believe we are going on to... Let me look at my own upload order real quick here. I don't actually remember. Last thing we did was Overlord, I believe, so that means we will be moving on to episode 3 of ACAB. So, look forward to that.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign myself off here. Give me just a sec. But once again, thank you guys very much for joining me on today's reading adventure. Remember that, well, hopefully when the VOD of this gets uploaded, it will be with correct sound, because the last couple that I uploaded did not have any game sound at all, which was a problem. But I have hopefully fixed that issue, and if not, then I can just do what I did for the last ones, because I did end up fixing them. I did manage to fix them, which is good. But making sure those are correctly uploaded is something that I'm continuing to work on best I can. Let's see. Anything else to mention? Not really. So, I guess one thing I should say. Chances are next weekend you might not get too much stream from me, unfortunately, because I was informed yesterday evening that I would be going out of town for a while. I have a 7-hour drive to do this next Friday, which I'm not looking forward to. But, yeah, that's really all that I have to say. Keep your eyes on the YouTube channels, both my normal one and also TKOPG for whatever uploads we have. I swear to God, I'm going to get those fucking Shin Megami Tensei videos uploaded and then edited and then uploaded, and you will know my pain. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching me, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.